Hi guys, how are you all doing today on what is actually quite a chilly November day for us here. Just let me know if you're here live, just pop a little note and say hello in the comments and just let me know if you're here, or if you just put a hashtag replay if you're catching up later on. It's just so good to have you here, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting, because I don't know about you, but I'm already planning my 2020 and getting really excited about it, because actually it's a really exciting year for me. I've got some really exciting stuff going on in my business and in my personal life as well too. So yeah, I'm already thinking about it. So first of all, just let me know, how many of you have hopes and dreams? Just pop a note if you have hopes and dreams. And then do you actually set any goals to help you achieve those dreams, or do you just think that the little magic fairy is going to come along and actually wave that magic wand and everything's going to magically happen for you? Do you have those goals in your head? A lot of these, a lot of people actually start off by just having a load of their thoughts in their head. So, if you've even got the goals in your head, that's a start, because a lot of people don't even have that. They just drift through their life just aimlessly. So, the thing is that goal setting is really important. If you don't know where you're going, you won't actually know when you get there. So if you actually think about it, if you set off on a car journey without having a clue where you're actually going, would you just sit in the car and just drive aimlessly, or would you have an idea of where you actually wanted to go? And then you might actually map out your journey, you might plan your route, or you might pop it in the sat nav, and you've actually got an idea then, and you will actually get to where you want to go. Where you don't have clarity about where you've been and where you want to go to, you can get stuck in that same old place and that same old routine. So it's actually said that about 80% of people don't even think of goals. I mean, that's just startling, isn't it? And then 16% of those have goals, but they don't write them down. And then there are those the highest achievers who actually write down their goals and they regularly achieve them. Hi Sue, hi Carmen, great to have you here. So what we're going to do is actually just look at some simple tips there, just to get you on your way. So the first one is, and I put this on my feed this week anyway, but before we actually get into setting goals and sort of making our plans and our dreams for 2020, it's really important that we just look back on the year that we've already had and just work out there what's actually worked, what's gone well, what's not gone so well, so that we can actually tweak it. It allows us to sort of know where we are right now and take all the learnings. So, and any insights that can actually sort of take us forward. Whether it's good or bad, there are lessons to learn in everything. Even if it means that we can keep on doing all the good things and actually stop doing or stop running those patterns and habits that are not serving us quite so well. So just have a look at now, what have you done this year? And it's actually a really fun experience. I actually did it myself the other day, and I'd forgotten so much that I'd actually done and all of the places that I'd visited. So, we've been to Dubai, we've been to Amsterdam, we've been to Turkey, all of those things. So we've just booked for another little trip away before the end of the year. So we've travelled a lot again this year, and I've stuck to my goal of doing something, whether it's even just a weekend away, of doing something, getting away with family every 12 weeks. And I can look back on that and think, yeah, well, I set that goal and I've achieved it. So it's a really good way of just taking yourself down memory lane and just thinking about how the year has actually gone, and also making a note of the things that haven't gone so well as well, so that you can actually just tweak them. And so the next simple step that we've got is to, so number 2 is to define what you really want. Now, that might sound like a really simple sort of thing to say there, and almost the obvious thing to say there, but it isn't. How many people, do you know? And if I asked you that, do you know what you want? Would you be able to actually answer? Because most people will actually say to me when I ask that question, well, I don't want to live in that area, or I don't want that job, or I don't want to work for that company, or I don't want to do that sort of work. I don't want to work those hours or in that location. So they are quite easily able to say what they don't want to happen and what they don't want, but they're not actually able to articulate exactly what they do want. So I've got a really, really simple technique to use to do this. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and fold it in half. And then on the right hand side, I want you to write down now all of the things that you don't want. All of the things, just write them all down, just brain dump them. And then on the left hand side, I want you to write down the things that you do want. So the opposite of what you don't want. And that's easy enough to do it. So if you say you don't want to work in a certain location, well, what do you want instead? And so just do the opposite. And then what you're going to do, you're going to tear the piece of paper, and so take off that right hand side. So all you're left with there is that left hand side piece of paper, and that is all of the things that you want to do now. So it gets you focusing on what you do want. And then what I want you to do is put that piece of paper somewhere where you can see it. And then energy flows where or rather your focus goes, and energy flows where your focus goes. Hi Lisa, hi, lovely to have you here. So we're now on to number 3, tip number 3 of our goal setting. So I want you to pick one of those things off that list that you've just done. And I want this to be one big goal that you want to focus on. So this is your big picture goal for 2020. And this is going to be something that you want for the whole year. So the big thing that if you achieve that is the biggest thing that could happen for you. Something that really excites you. There's so many people that, that actually, when they write their goal or when they do something, they don't really excite them that much. It doesn't really light you up that much. So this goal that you're going to pick has got to set you on fire. It's going to make you want to jump out of bed in the morning. So get something that's really going to excite you and really set your world on fire. So now what I want you to do is think about that one goal now. Think about that goal, this one big goal now. And I want you to turn up all the senses on it, all of your senses. So what will you see? What will you see when you've achieved that goal? What will you hear? What will you be feeling? Just really turn those senses right up now. I want you to make a picture in your head, in your mind, of that goal now. Make that picture. And I want you to make that picture really compelling. So bring up that picture in your mind's eye. And I want you to just think now, what's going to make that so exciting for me and so compelling that I really want it? I really want that goal. It's so fantastic. So really turn it up. Turn up the visuals on that. Who's going to be around with you? Who's going to be present? Where will you be? You just make that picture brighter and bigger. Whatever you need to do to make that picture so exciting for you. I just want you to now imagine that it's as if you've already got it. Imagine you've already got it. So, this gets your unconscious mind actually sending a signal out to know that it's got something to do. It's got a focus. It's got something to actually aim for. So don't use words when you're writing your goal like, I want this to happen, or I will do X, and it's sometime in the future. Because when you do that, it will always stay in the future. Hi, Florentina. Great to have you here. So don't don't put words like that in. I want you to imagine it as if you've already got it. So the date will be as if you've already got it. And now the next one. So tip number 4 is take action. It's not just a question there of just actually thinking about it and then expecting it's just, again, something's just going to happen miraculously for you. You've got to actually take some action. So now you know what you want and you're happy that, with what you're going to achieve, and it sets you on fire. So, and then people just don't do anything. So you do need to actually take some action, and it needs to be the right action. It's not just any action for you. It's so easy, isn't it? It's so easy to stay in and do something that you're really comfortable with doing. But it's actually got to be action that's going to move you towards your goal. And usually the one thing that you don't want to do is the very thing that you've got to do to actually move forward. So take that big step there. Don't sit in your comfort zone, and don't just pick up all of the easy admin tasks for you. Actually do something that is going to take you towards your goal. And then what I like to do is actually set a 90-day plan with that goal. So I've got my 12-month plan. I'm then going to break it down into 4, and then and what do I need to do within those 90 days, so I can get a 90-day plan. So it keeps me clear and focused, and it's not quite so overwhelming. So work on a 90-day plan. Set milestones that are going to break those bigger goals down into smaller process action steps for you. Also, when you're thinking about this, start making space for that lifestyle that you've actually been dreaming about. So start your decluttering again. Hi Janelle, hi Alan, great to have you here. So yeah, go through your decluttering. Make space for your dreams and the goals that you're actually going to do. And then number 5, the last one here, is to review your goals. Put your goals somewhere that you are able to see them really nice and easy. Make a vision board if you have to sort of do it that way. So do it something that's really visual for you and something that you can actually look at, whether you pin it to your computer. I've actually got sort of a planner, and I've got all my goals in there, so I look at it often. It's a well thumbed item, so it's not something that I just write down and I pop it away in the drawer and I'd never look back to it. So you do need to review your goals. Again, keep asking yourself what's working, what's not, so then you can actually tweak it so that it's actually working really well. And then I just want you to also think about surrounding yourself with other goal getters. So perhaps you've got a friend and, you can keep each other accountable. Or you could join up to my signature programme that's actually starting in January, and just be surrounded by those like-minded women there who are all sort of looking for that outrageous success in 2020. So you can keep each other accountable. They've got your back as just so much as you've got their back. And I also hold you accountable. I make sure that you've committed to your goals and what you want to achieve within the programme, and I make sure that you're actually achieving the success that you want within the programme, because this is your dream that you want, this is the life that you want to lead. So I make sure that you are kept accountable so that you achieve the success that you want to. So there's no getting away from it, I'm afraid, within my programme. You'll be 100% committed to achieving your goals, to getting you the life that you want to lead. A little quote there. So if you want to predict your future, you just have to create it. You're the one responsible for doing that. And now for some really exciting news. So on the 2nd of December, I'm launching a free 5-day Mindset Bootcamp challenge on Facebook. And this is to supercharge your success in 2020. So we'll be looking at creating a rapid plan for your success, mapping out your dreams and desires, and providing you with the clarity that you need and you want, as well as clearing up some of the blocks that you've had that are stopping you actually moving forward. Just actually stepping into your confident and your confident self and up leveling you. And it's a great way for me to actually get to know you too. It's going to be jam-packed and we're going to have a blast actually doing it together. So further details will be coming soon on all of that. I'm so excited for it, and I'd be really excited if you join me for it. If you can't wait for all of the details that are coming soon, then just drop me in a DM with your email on Messenger and I'll get it over to you as quickly as possible. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy these simple tips, and I hope you actually get set up for 2020 with what's going to be a fabulous year. Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you soon. Bye.